Boom! Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. It is Fed Day. My name is Michael Edward. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free on this YouTube channel. Myself, other THD pro trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons that can help you become better traders and investors immediately. If you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the place. Take a moment, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you share this stream on your own social medias. Why should you folks listen to anything that we cover on these live streams? Started my career working for a fund in New York City, my first job out of college. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, and the stock market crashed. Also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before I was ever able to touch $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive trading program, had access to some of the top trading tools available, and was part of a community of like-minded traders that helped ensure my success as a trader. That's exactly what the TG platform is based on here today. Folks, this live stream is going to get started off with a 15 to 20 minute Q&A. Give some time for people to log on. You can ask me questions. Then we're going to talk about what happened today with the Fed. What did the Fed do to cause the markets to move the way they did today? Today was a whipsaw day in the overall markets, a complete V-shape looking day in the markets. We're going to talk about why that happened, what Jerome Powell said, what the Fed did that caused the markets to move the way that it did, and now how you need to be positioned to capitalize on this going forward. And then at the end of the live stream, I'll show you the TG platform for those that are interested. So folks, don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Begin typing your questions in chat right now, and let's begin that Q&A. Hey, Mike, did you find that Jay Powell looked irritated when he kept getting asked how far the Fed was behind the curve? Do you agree with that notion that they're far behind? They're definitely far behind, Matt. They're as far behind as far could possibly be. And Jerome Powell knows it. The Fed knows it. The whole world knows it. But Jerome Powell admitted it. He admitted it today during his press conference that they are behind the Fed. They really essentially what happened today, and I wasn't going to talk about this until later on in the live stream, but since it's the first question, and I knew we were going to get questions about Jerome Powell and the Fed, is that the Fed was very hawkish today. The Fed was very hawkish today, but Jerome Powell masked it by talking about how strong the economy is and saying that he does not think we're going to go into a recession this year. And the markets really, really, really loved that. So as soon as the Fed came out with their announcement, their statement, the markets just dropped. It was a straight down move as soon as the Fed came out with their announcement. Then when Jerome Powell started speaking, the first question that he was asked had to do, I think it was maybe the second question he was asked, but had to do with the recession. And his response to that question completely changed everybody's tone. His response was that the economy is very, very strong. He reiterated hyperboles when talking about how strong the economy was, and then went on to say that he believes that the economy cannot just withstand a monetary tightening policy, but he thinks that the economy can still flourish in the face of the tightening monetary policy. So then that's when everything changed in the overall markets. The market just moved themselves higher. So yes, they are behind the curve with inflation. That is, inflation, you're probably going to get a double-digit print for CPI numbers for March. Your March CPI number is probably going to be 9 or maybe even 10%. That's insane. So yeah, they're definitely behind the curve on inflation. That is for certain. And he admitted that today. Businesses across the U.S. are required financial transparency. Why is the same not true for the Fed in economic sense? I don't know what that means, Robert. Are you referring to the Fed? I don't know if are you referring to the Fed's like their ability to trade individual stocks and funds? I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. I assume that's what you mean, but when you say that they're required financial transparency, why is the same not true for the Fed? I'm not sure that I really understand the question that you're asking. If you're asking about them being able to buy different things like members of the Fed. That's actually something that they're working on now, to change the rules and the laws of the securities and different assets that members of the Fed can or cannot hold or buy and sell, and the different restrictions that will be placed on them. But if you're referring to like their economic stance, the Fed, you have to understand that the Fed does not know. Like, there's not a correct answer written on a piece of paper locked away in a safe somewhere. What the Fed has to do is the Fed has to take all the economic data that they have in front of them, and with the tools at their disposal, which is monetary policy and interest rates and their balance sheet and all of those different things, try to maintain price stability when it comes to inflation, while also being mindful of employment. They have a dual mandate at the Federal Reserve: inflation, which is price stability, and because it doesn't necessarily have to be inflation, you can also have deflation, but so it's really price stability and then employment, and that's all that they worry about. And based on economic factors that are in front of them, they need to. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, because monetary policy takes months for it to actually work its way through the economy for you to see a result. So the Fed is always acting on information that's behind. They never have like real-time decisions. They're always making decisions based on what they think the information is going to be in a couple of months. Because so you got your first rate hike today, 25 basis points. It's going to take months for the rate hikes to actually filter through the economy to make a difference. And that's a problem for the Fed, because once you realize with current data that you're either too aggressive or you're too lax, it's too late, because the adjustment that you're going to make, it's going to take months for that adjustment to run its course, which means the mistake is going to run for a lot longer period of time and then therefore get worse. So it's a very, very difficult job that the Fed has. Mike, can you speak to the importance of learning to trade your own plans? Blindly following any moderator or YouTuber is a dangerous game. It's a very dangerous game. I'm going to talk about this later on. In fact, I'll do an entire lesson on that today, including tier trading, risk management, and removing emotions, and ultimately taking responsibility for you guys' own trades. I was going to wait till later to talk about the Fed, but we'll just talk about the Fed now, and then we'll talk about that stuff later on the live. I mean, I don't know if I would say that, Maria says it's frustrating constantly waiting for the inevitable. It's not inevitable that there's going to be a recession. That is not inevitable. It's not inevitable that there's going to be, a World War III or anything like that. That's not inevitable. These are possibilities, but they're certainly not inevitable. Is there a chance of a recession this year or next year? Yes, absolutely. There is a chance. To say it's inevitable, though, is I would not necessarily agree with that. Mike, is a bottom in is a time to build a long-term portfolio. It is a fantastic time for you to start building a long-term portfolio. I also still do not necessarily believe that the bottom is 100% in. I think that the next couple of percentage points are to the upside, but I do not still believe that the bottom is in. I will be convinced that the bottom is in when in the summer inflation is down and the Fed has begun reducing the size of its balance sheet and the market has still stabilized and growth continues. That is when I'll be convinced that the bottom is in. I'm not convinced the bottom is in just because of something that I see on the chart. I think that you probably have a little bit more upside in the markets and go up there and test that death cross. The death cross is this right here, where the 50-day crossed underneath the 200-day moving average. I think there's more upside to come here. And I think you can get a move where the markets can maybe push up and then go and test this 50-day and this 200 moving average, really test that death cross, and then consolidate a bit inside of this range. I think you get a little bit of a consolidation in here. Another thing that can move the markets higher from there would be a Russia-Ukraine resolution. A Russia-Ukraine resolution could take the markets even higher than that, go up and start to test the 450s. But I still do believe that there are some bigger question marks that are at play. Today, the Fed was hawkish. There's really no way around that. Jerome Powell came out and said that the Fed expects 7 rate hikes this year. There's only 7 meetings left for this year, so that the Fed expects 7 rate hikes. He did not say that they're on autopilot, but by kind of saying that the Fed expects 7 rate hikes kind of means you're on autopilot, but he didn't say they're on autopilot like he did in 2018. 2018, he basically said, yeah, we're basically on autopilot. And the markets went down 20%. Did not say that today, was a lot more careful with his words. But I don't think that, and they also did not reduce the balance sheet today. They talked about it, saying that it could be coming it will be coming in a coming up meeting. He didn't specify or give any details about that. He did say you'll see details when the Fed minutes are released. And I actually think that when the Fed minutes are released, that's going to be a watershed moment for the markets. The market's going to realize what their plan is for balance sheet runoff. And if that balance sheet runoff is more aggressive than the markets think based on today's statement, that's when you have a big red day when the Fed minutes get released. The Fed minutes will come out 2 weeks from now, which will be the notes from this meeting. And he actually said specifically, you'll see more details of the balance sheet runoff in the minutes when they get released. And he really didn't touch upon balance sheet runoff at all. And the markets rallied higher on the back of no balance sheet runoff and on the back of him talking about no recession. And that's what really turned things around. Because, guys, you'll see, I'll just take you to an intraday chart. And this was, okay, so this is what the market looked like right before the Fed announcement. As soon as the announcement came out, the market did that. Okay, the market just got sold because it's a hawkish statement. There is no debating that the Fed today was hawkish. Okay, the markets would not have dropped like this, down 6.5 points, if it was not a hawkish statement. The Fed was more hawkish than people wanted to hear. Then Jerome Powell started speaking at 2:30, and the question had to do about a recession and their monetary policy. Are they worried about the aggressiveness in the monetary policy? Are they worried about it pushing them into a recession? And he said very straightforward, no. Very straightforward. He said the chances of a recession he does not believe are escalated. He said, again, used several hyperboles about the economy is very strong. Growth is still very strong. Said things like he thinks that the economy will not just be able to withstand monetary tightening, but thinks the economy can still flourish. He actually used the word flourish and thrive in a tightening policy. And that, as soon as he said that one sentence, the market did that. And it never looked back. That changed everyone's perspective on what just happened. And then the markets never looked back, and we just started to climb our way higher. So Jerome Powell, through his I guess shutdown of the idea of a recession, rallied the markets today. Is it a good time to build a long-term portfolio? There's some fantastic companies that are 20% off their highs or more that I think are great buys. I think it's always a good time. If you do not own a long-term portfolio, yes, now is a good time to start building one. That does not mean I'm telling you that I don't think that some of these stocks can go lower, because I still think that they can. But I think that for the next couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, the direction could be to the upside. But that does not mean that I think that it's just you're never going to see the stocks pull back from those levels ever again. Building a long-term portfolio is something that you do over time. It's not something that you do in one day and say, hey, I'm just going to buy the stock today and that's it. I'm just going to, that's it. That's going to be my long-term portfolio. I think that with the pullback that you've seen in a lot of really high, good quality companies, now is a good time to start nibbling. Yes, I've said that, previously when the NASDAQ was down 20%. Yes, it's a good time to start nibbling. The workshop that I did a couple of weeks ago, we did a workshop in True Trading Group. It was free for all of our members, about 2.5 hours long, about how to trade during a market crash and how to build wealth in your long-term portfolio. And we talked very specifically about how to build your long-term portfolio. And when I already have an extensive long-term portfolio, I took a lot of profit off on it at the end of last year. And I've moved some of that capital into energy to start this year, also into some of the financials. And I've since taken a lot of profit off in the energy sector: Chevron, Exxon, Devon, Pioneer, ConocoPhillips, Occidental, One Oak. Those are, oh, and Marathon. Those, I always forget about Marathon when I give my list. I don't know why. Those were the oil stocks that I was holding, and I was in them already, but I moved some of that capital into the energy sector to be more overweight energy this year. And you guys, if you've seen what those stocks have done, the energy sector has been the best performing sector to date in 2022. And I've taken the bulk of my position off the table there, and I've locked that profit in. I'm still long them. Also fantastic dividend payers, but I have taken profit off the table on the energy stocks. And now it is time to start looking at some of the tech names that have been really beaten up. Names that have not been beaten up: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon. Those have not been beaten up. Those are always great ads. Stocks that have been beaten up that I think are good ads are, Meta, Facebook, Square, PayPal. These are companies that I think are worth starting to grab a hold of. I also like Qualcomm, Broadcom, some AMD, Nvidia. These are all companies that I think are worth stashing in your long-term portfolio at these prices. Can TTG come up with an option for cheaper plan just for trading with the team for someone who is not looking to learn, but looking for a trading partner? Man, Manan, that I can't tell you how much that comment is just not the right mindset for you to have. We're not your or anyone's trading partner. Okay. We teach you how to fish. Listen to me, there's no such thing as easy money. And if that's what you're looking for, this and by this, I don't mean just TTG. I mean the stock market in general is literally not for you. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not gambling. We're going to talk about this in depth later on in this live stream. And I hope that you stick around for that, because that comment is definitely concerning. Do you think this is like last meeting minutes where we wake up to tomorrow to a gap down because the world starts to see the truth in the Fed? Nah, not tomorrow, David. You're not going to get the minutes for 2 weeks. You're not going to get the minutes for 2 weeks. So, but I think the minutes are going to reveal a little bit more of a clear runway and a clear game plan for the balance sheet runoff. The balance sheet runoff is where the problem lies for me. I'm not worried about the rate hikes, because 25 basis point rate hikes, even if they raise rates 7 times, which I'm not even sure they're going to raise 7 times, even if they did raise 7 times, that's not a high interest rate. That leaves you with an interest rate by the end of the year of 1.5%. That's still historically very low. An economy can still grow, moderately with a 1.5% Fed funds rate. That's not really the problem. The economy, he's right. The economy is strong enough to handle rising interest rates like that. If you're only going to raise rates 25 basis points at a time, that's a small raise. And the economy can still grow in the face of that. The problem that I see is going to be liquidity with the balance sheet runoff. And what their plan is for the balance sheet runoff, that is what, in my opinion, is going to be what determines whether the market really moves higher from here for the rest of the year, or if we go back down and test the lows that we just came from. It's going to be their plan with balance sheet runoff. That's the thing that I am most focused on. In defense of that last person's comment, what if they are too busy, they work a lot or whatever, then you just can't be in it? No, Roger, that's not what I'm saying. The majority of members work full-time jobs. What I'm saying to you is, to say that you just want a trading partner and you don't want to learn anything is wrong. And if you're not willing to learn anything on how to do this, honestly, True Trading Group's not for you, and the stock market is certainly not for you either. It's not about working or being busy. The majority of our members work full-time jobs. Okay. And to prove that to you, I'll actually just ask members themselves. So Roger, just pay attention to the comments that come through in chat. Guys, my TTG fam, I'm asking you specifically right now, how many of you work a full-time job and are still making money with TTG? Type the number 1, tell me what you do for a living. Read some of the comments. Roger, read some of the professions that the people are going to type here right now in chat. Look, Banger says, I'm actually at work right now. I work at Tesla. Stunt bike journeys, a crane operator. Just read some of the professions that start to come through. Insurance adjuster, cook, software consultant, chemical sales, school janitor, tobacconist, butcher, full-time accountant, active duty Navy. Thank you for your service. Firefighter sales, real estate. I own multiple businesses, bartender, agriculture, systems, blue collar, accountant, Amazon, IT engineer, maintenance, okay, roofer, loan officer. Okay, so you guys, I don't need to keep reading all these comments, but it's not about working. That's not what my comment to that person's comment was about. It's about not wanting to actually learn what you're doing. The point of True Trading's platform is not for you to just blindly follow what other traders do. Because if you just blindly follow what other traders do and you have no idea what you're actually doing, you're never going to be position sized correctly. Your risk is never going to be correct. And whenever a moderator or somebody that you're going to follow makes a losing trade, because guess what? Professional traders make losing trades as well. They don't bat 100 or they don't bat 1,000 with the baseball reference. They don't have a win rate of 100%. And if you're not position sized for the volatility of a particular trade, a professional trader is going to take their loss, move on to the next trade, make the next trade. It's a winner and they're net green on the day. And you blow up your entire account on one trade because you don't understand what you're doing. You don't know how to properly position size yourself. So that's what I'm talking about that person's comment. It's not about being busy. It's not about working a job or anything like that. It's about actually wanting to educate yourself and listen to the education that professionals provide to you. All right. Guys, listen, I want to see, that kind of wraps up our little Q&A session there. It was a nice little Q&A. Guys, if you're not a member of True Trading Group and I did not get to your question, don't worry about it. We do this 6 nights a week. Just make sure you click the subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on one of these streams. Maybe if I missed your question tonight, I'll get to your question on the next live. If you are a member of TTG and I missed your question, you guys just fire a message to myself or one of the other moderators in chat tomorrow. Speaking of which, if you are not a TTG member, I'd like to see what we're working with here. Guys, if you're not a member of TTG, do me a favor right now. If you're not a member, type the number 1 in chat. All right, we've got Lynn Ramirez, Hamed Vali, Devin, Eugen Boulder, Ahmed, Rod, WW Music, Brian, Brandon, Heidi, Leonte, EC, Mike, Darien, Tony Perez. Great, guys. A lot of people that are typing the number 1 in chat. We got Kumar, Gabe, Raphael, Precious. I love it. A lot of people that are typing the number 1 in chat right now. I like what I'm seeing. Folks, don't go anywhere because in just a few moments, I'm going to get into a couple of key lessons about risk management, a couple of key lessons about tier trading. We talked about the Fed already. So in just a few moments, we're going to talk risk management. We're going to talk tier trading. But first, I want to tell you how you guys can join the TTG platform and the different discounts and incentives that we have for those that are interested in joining right now. So don't go anywhere because these are some important lessons that you all really need to hear. Guys, the TTG platform, I want you to think of it like the Netflix of trading communities. Pay one price, get access to everything for the whole year. No upsells for courses and tools and all that. You pay one price, get access to the core of everything that we have. Normally, it's $2,212. However, the next 17 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121 will get themselves a 45% discount, brings the price down to $1,213. And they will get, the next 15 people, not 17. Okay, the next 15 people that enter the coupon code TTG121 will get themselves a brand new free laptop. Everybody can say thank you to Adam for securing 15 laptops because we ran out of them yesterday. Adam was able to get his hands on 15 more. So the next 15 people to go to ttgoffer.com and use the code TTG121 will get a 45% discount, they will get a brand new free laptop to trade with upon becoming TTG certified. You'll get 2 small private study groups so you can get individual attention to help speed up your learning curve. And at True Trading Group, folks, you are getting a professional trading education curriculum that's both in-depth and complex, yet very easy to understand and implement. Whether you've never traded stock a day in your life or you're a pro looking to gain an edge, the educational curriculum and platform can help you guys reach financial goals that you never thought were possible. We paired that with premium trading tools from today's top financial tech companies. If you purchase these tools on your own, you're spending at least $4,000 to $5,000 a year. As a member of TTG, you get included tools from Benzinga, TradingView, Quote Media, CBOE, Polygon, Trade Ideas, and more. To top all that off, you're becoming part of a community of active and educated, like-minded, helpful traders and investors that are led by TGD's team of full-time trading mods with over 100 years of experience that currently sport about a collective win rate of 80% with a focus on stocks, options, crypto, futures, day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing. Okay, results matter at True Trading Group. Your results, nobody else's, not mine, not another moderator, not another member, not somebody on social media. Your results matter, and they're measurable through your P&L. TTG exists to empower the retail trader, and the bottom line here is that the vast majority of TTG members are making money and becoming better traders. And if you don't believe me, simply sit back and watch this. My TTG fam, simple question. Are you making money because of True Trading Group? If that answer is yes, go ahead right now. Type that $sign in chat if you guys are making money with the TTG platform. For those of you that are not members, my advice is to just try and count how many dollar signs that you're about to see come through the side of the screen. These dollar signs are coming from TTG members that are no different from you. They probably found True Trading Group the same way that you did, and that's one of these live streams. Now, you just heard me go on for a few minutes about how great True Trading Group is and why you should spend your hard-earned money to invest in this platform. Well, now you're going to see as I put my money where my mouth is as well. Anyone that signs up to the TTG platform before midnight tonight, not only do you get the 45% discount, brings the price down to $12.13. Not only do you get a free laptop, not only do you get 2 small private study groups to get the individual attention that you need, not only do you get access to all of our courses and tools and resources, but I'm going to give you double your money back at the end of your membership if you do not make the $12.13 back at least once during your membership. As long as you complete all your courses, pass the quizzes, and attend 1 study group. By the way, you have the answer key to the courses. That's not the catch. Okay, you have access to the answer key. Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself. You got to make sure you understand the information and know and what you don't know. But you do have the answer key. So that's not the catch here. Okay, so just to clarify, again, the next 15 people go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121. We'll get a 45% discount on that membership. You're going to get 2 small private study groups, a free laptop, and double your money back. You will give us $12.13. If you do not make back the $12.13 at least once during your membership, we will give you back $2,426. That is how confident I am in our ability to help you become successful. All right. Take advantage of this now, guys, because the price is going up at midnight and will continue to go up every day as we work our way back up to that $22.12 price point. You guys can jump on it right now for $12.13. If you have any questions, you can say text message to 201-775-9702. Again, that is 201-775-9702. If you have questions about the membership, don't call that number, text it. It's a text-only number. Don't call that number, text it if you have questions about the membership. All right, guys. Okay, let me take a quick little sip of water, and then we've got some other things to talk about. Okay, first and foremost, what I want to go over with you guys, a lesson today on risk management and something called tier trading. For those of you that have not heard of tier trading, okay, tier trading is something that I learned when I worked at the fund, and I've tweaked it and I've applied it to my own retail trading. I will never trade any other way. I think it is an absolute crucial part and aspect of trading. It's designed specifically to help you keep losing trades small and to help you stay in winning trades longer. Two things that a lot of inexperienced traders really, really struggle with. Everybody welcome Shannon. Shannon is the newest member of the TC family. That means there's only 14 of those laptops left. After these 14 laptops are gone, we're switching up to Kindles. So you guys can head on over there now. Everybody welcome Shannon. You'll know you're getting one of the laptops. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you're good to go. That means you're getting one as long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart. Just go to ttgoffer.com. The price will say $22.12. You actually have to enter that coupon code, TTG121. Click enter, and that'll drop the price down to the $12.13. All right, what do you guys have to lose? I'm literally going to give you double your money back if you fail with our platform. You just have to give me a little bit of effort. That's what I meant by that person's comment before. You've got to be willing to give me an effort. Go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group. If you do that during your year membership and do not make the $12.13 back at least once during your year membership, then at the end, I will give you double your money back. Okay. Speaking of effort, I gotta get really real with you guys here today. I really do. There are very specific lessons and very specific education and information that is on the TC platform, that is in our courses, that's within our video library, that is covered in chat on a daily basis. And it drives me absolutely batshit crazy when people just refuse to use the information. The stock market is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, joining True Trading Group does not mean that you are just going to be able to do absolutely nothing, copy somebody else, and become a millionaire. That is not the way that trading or the stock market works. And that is because of risk management. I am such a stickler for risk management. I go over it basically on a daily basis inside of our chat room with constant reminders about risk management. There's endless amounts of risk management lessons within the curriculum that's available to members on True Trading Group. But yet still, people are lazy and they refuse to actually put in even an ounce of effort. And it is infuriating. I don't say these things because I love to hear myself speak. I say these things because I want to make sure that every single person that joins the TTG family has a real, legitimate, high probability shot at success of reaching financial goals that they never thought were possible. I don't want to see anybody make the same common mistakes that inexperienced, uneducated traders make on a daily basis that causes them to blow up their trading accounts. Nobody, and I literally mean nobody, should ever in any circumstance blow up their trading account in one or two trades. It should never happen. If you're going to blow up a trading account, meaning, whatever amount of money you put in there, you lose it all, it goes to zero. You put $5,000 in, it goes to zero, you blow it up. If you blow that account up in a handful of trades or one trade or two trades, you did something horrifically wrong, and I'll tell you what that is. If you're going to lose the money that's in your trading account, it should be death from 1,000 paper cuts, not from stepping on an absolute landmine. That's not how you blow up your account. Okay? If you get really, really hurt, I love this phrase. Oh my God, I just got killed. Love that phrase. My favorite phrase. Oh my God, I just got killed. Why? Nobody should ever, under any circumstance, get killed on one trade. If you did, you, not anybody else, you, not the moderator that you're following, made a mistake. Professional traders make losing trades. Losing is part of trading. There's not a trader on this planet Earth that has a 100% success rate. But a professional trader is going to manage the risk, take their loss. It's going to be a small loss. They're going to move on to the next trade. If you got killed on one trade, you did one of two things wrong. What's the first possible thing you did wrong? You did not stick to your stop loss. There's an intended stop loss for a reason. When somebody enters a trade and says, I'm going to buy the stock at $10, my stop loss is $9.40. That means if the stock gets below $9.40, then we are going to exit that trade. If you decide that you're not going to exit the trade at $9.40 because you're going to hope that the stock bounces, recovers, puts out a piece of news and moves higher, and you decide to hold on to the stock and now it goes down to $8.80, now it's at $8.50, then you sell it and go, oh my God, I just got killed. That is nobody's fault other than yourselves. Okay, stop losses are there for a reason. It's called risk management. You want to make sure that you always understand what you're going to lose if you're wrong. Very famous quote. It's not famous for any other reason than I say it to my members on a constant basis because it was a quote that my mentor, who was my boss at the hedge fund, gave to me that stuck with me for life. And this one quote completely changed my trading. And it is, successful traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much they're going to make if they're right. And that quote had stuck with me. That quote has stuck with me for a decade. And it completely changed my entire mindset and my approach to trading. So that's one thing you may have done wrong. Second thing you may have done wrong is you were not properly position sized. If you are, and here's a lesson on risk management and proper position sizing that if you are not familiar with, you need to pay attention to right now. Okay? You need to pay attention right now to this lesson. Seriously, if you don't know how to properly position size yourself, you need to give me your undivided attention. Guys, I actually give a shit whether you succeed or fail. True Trading Group is quickly approaching 10,000 members. We have over 3,000 people in chat today. And guess what? TTG has their subscription fee. Okay. So why should I care beyond that? If all these people have already paid a fee to True Trading Group, it's because I genuinely care if you make money or lose money. Okay. I actually want to see you guys do well. That's why I do this stuff. That's why I come on here and I go over these things. Everybody welcome Steven. Steven's newest member of the family, 13 laptops left. Everybody welcome Steven. And if I sound aggravated, it's because I am. It's because I am, because things can easily be avoided. Okay? Now, for those that are not familiar with position size, okay? For those of you not familiar with position size, listen to me carefully. You need to always understand how much you're going to lose if you are wrong on a trade. And you have to make sure that that number is a number you are okay losing. So if you buy a stock at $10 and you say, I'm going to stop out at $9.40, I'm just using that as an example. Whatever your risk tolerance is, you need to make sure that that's how much you're going to lose if you get stopped out. Now, let's use an example. If I say I'm going to risk $5,000, if that's my risk tolerance, I'm going to simply go your entry minus your stop loss divided by your risk tolerance. So the entry is $10. The stop loss is $9.40. The difference is 60 cents. So in order to calculate your proper position size, you would do 5,000 divided by 60 cents is 8,333 shares. Now, let's say your risk tolerance is 500. You would do 10 minus 940, entry minus stop loss equals 60 cents. You would do 500 divided by 60 cents is $833. Let's say your risk tolerance is 200. You would do 10 minus 940, 60 cents. You would do 200 divided by 60 cents is 333 shares. This is how you properly adjust your position size per trade. Every single trade, you should have a completely different position size. I hate when people ask me, Mike, what's your average position size? I have no idea, because I can put myself into a super high volatile option trade and put $10,000 into that trade, and I can buy Tesla and put $800,000 into that trade and still risk the same amount of money, because it's all relative to the risk of your entry to your stop loss. Your stop loss is not some made up number of 4%. It's where is the support level on the chart. My stop has to be underneath that. And guess what? Everything I'm telling you right now, it's all covered in our curriculum. I am just literally scratching the surface of the risk management lessons that are on the teaching platform for all of you to use. This is the difference between professionals trading and non-professionals hoping to get rich quick. This is the difference. If you want to actually consistently make money in the market, you need to learn the skill. That is what trading is. It is a skill, just like any other. It takes time and effort to master. And master is probably not even a good word. Excel would be a good word because you never truly master this game. Okay? You don't truly master it. The second you think you've mastered the market is the exact second the market humbles you. Okay? Everybody welcome Mark. Mark, welcome to the TeachD family, newest member. 12 laptops left. 12 laptops left. Okay? Everybody welcome Mark. Remember, guys, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. All right. That's how you guys can take advantage of the 45% discount, the 2 private study groups, the free laptop. And then don't forget, I'm taking away your risk. I'm telling you now, you'll spend $12.13 as long as you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group. If you don't make the $12.13 back at least once, I will give you $2,426 back. That's how confident I am that if you actually put in a little effort, you can become successful doing this. Now, will all of you become successful? No. But I'll tell you what, you want a surefire way for you to fail? Don't go through any of the courses. Don't take the quizzes. Don't go through the video library. Don't attend the private study group. Don't attend our webinars. Just look for somebody to give you all of the answers. Surefire way for you to fail. But yet there's still people that for some odd reason believe that, and there's some odd reason that people have the audacity to believe that they are just going to step into somebody else's professional arena and just excel. There's not a single person on this live stream that thinks that they would be able to successfully step foot into an operating room tomorrow and successfully perform surgery. There's not a single person on this live stream that thinks if I picked you up out of your job and I dropped you in a courtroom tomorrow and I said, try this case, defend this person that's being charged with murder, there's not a single one of you that think you'd be able to succeed in that. There's not a single person on this live stream that I can grab, take over to a construction site, place inside of a bulldozer, and think you're going to be successful operating the bulldozer and not kill all of the construction workers on the site. Not one of you think you can do that. But still, for some reason, there's people out there that think that they're going to open up a trading account, do no work whatsoever, and excel at the stock market. I don't know why that thought process exists. You know what? I do know why. You want to know why? It's because of bullshit scam artists out there that promise you that if you just follow them, they're going to give you the secret to the stock market because they have a system and a formula that can predict the future. And just give them your $5,000 and they will share that future with you. They prey on your desire for instant gratification. Well, guess what? Your desire for instant gratification is causing you to miss out on wealth building opportunities because you're going to try this, you're going to fail. And the shame of it is you might have been able to be successful. You might have been able to make an extra 50 grand a year, 100 grand a year. Hell, you might have even become good enough to become a full-time trader and make 7 figures a year. And you're never going to know because you allowed yourself to try to cut corners and get rich quick. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. I have a tier trading system that I implement in my trading that I teach to all of our members. I think it is so damn important that there's an entire section of the curriculum dedicated to tier trading alone. Okay. Oh, you need a huge bank to make 200 a day trading. No, you do not need a big account. Another very common misconception. Wrong, incorrect, wrong mindset. You do not need a huge account. You do not need big money in order to consistently make money in the markets. You don't. It's a very common misconception. I will prove this to you, Carl. Guys, my teaching members, I'm talking to you now directly. Anyone that's a member to Trading Group, if you started with less than $1,000 in your trading account, tell me what you started with and tell me where you are now today. Carl, please read the comments that are coming through chat, right? They're going to come through chat in any moment. Okay. There. Joe started. Okay. Joe made $250 off of a $1,000 account just today alone in True Trading Group. Stunt Bike Journey made $140 today off of a $400 account. This is just today inside of True Trading Group. Trent started with $100 2 months ago and is now at $1,200. Fully Jiggy made $75 with a $75 account. That's actually incredible. Dave P started with $800, just crossed $9,000 today. Buck Lubba started with $500, made $40 today. Canada Man made $1,200 off of a $5,000 account. Jacob Davis started with $500, is now up to $10,000. You do not need big money in order for you to make money in the markets. That is a huge misconception. Huge misconception. Okay. And anyone that's new, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, ask yourself, are these people lying? Are they lucky? Or are they actually getting educated? What do you think that it is? These people that are making these comments in chat, do you think that they're lying to you right now? I don't know why they would be lying. Do you think that they gambled and got lucky? Or do you think that they're actually learning the proper way to trade and it's working for them? You know, sometimes I have to get real with people. You know, sometimes I just have to get real with people on these live streams. And today was just one of those days, man. You know, today was just one of those days. You know, I don't want to see people fail. I don't. You know, I take very great pride and I carry very heavily on my shoulders my members' success. But if you're not going to do the work and you're not going to go through any of the educational material, I can't help you. I can't help you. If you're willing to put in work, I'll carry you on my shoulder until my legs break. I don't care what I have. I will carry your weight on my shoulders until my legs collapse. But if you're not willing to do the work, I will toss you off my shoulders without even blinking. True Trading Group is not for someone that's lazy. It's not for someone that's looking for the secret. It's not for someone that's trying to get rich quick. I can't promise you that you're going to buy a mansion, buy a Lamborghini, spend your days on a yacht, but I can promise you that we're going to give you access to the tools, the resources, the education, the mentorship, and the guidance to give you the best chance to become successful. And that's all that you guys can do. The rest, you have to be willing to actually absorb this information and learn it for truly what it is, and that's a skill. Melissa, welcome to the TTG family. There's only 10 of those laptops left now. You guys can go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon codes TTG121, and you guys get a 45% discount. The brand new laptop, the 2 free study groups, and the double your money back guarantee. I'm sorry, 11, not 10. We miscounted. 11 laptops left. So remember, you'll know you're getting one of the 11 laptops as long as you see a laptop on your checkout cart. That means that you're getting one of the laptops. Okay. 11 of them left. Okay. So let me get back to the tier trading, because tier trading, I think, is something that's really important for people to understand and for you to learn too, if you're not familiar with it. Tier trading, It does two things. Helps you keep losing trades small by tiering into your position, and helps you stay in winning trades longer by tiering out of your position. Now, the tiers are broken up into predominantly 3 tiers, okay? On the exit, predominantly 2 tiers on the entry. The exit is going to be, you're going to identify multiple profit targets, okay? So you're going to have profit target 1, profit target 2, and profit target number 3. And when the stock reaches profit target number 1, you're going to sell 25% of your position. When it reaches profit target number 2, 50% of your position. When it reaches profit target number 3, final take profit, 25% of your position off the table. That's how you will make more money when you are right. Okay? Instead of you trying to figure out selling your entire position all at one price. That's how people sell too soon and the stock continues much higher and they're not in the trade anymore. Okay? Tier trading is how you'll make more money when you're right. A lot of people think, misconception again, in order to make more money, I have to buy more shares in the beginning of my trade. I have to risk more. I've got to get bigger size. That's not correct. Getting bigger size will not guarantee you'll make more money. It will only guarantee you'll lose more money when you're wrong, because you can still sell that trade, the winner, you'll sell it too soon. The stock will keep going. You're not going to make more money. You're still same thing. You're going to lose. You're going to miss out on the profit that you should be making when you're right on trades. So tiering out gives you the comfort, the calmness, the patience to stay in that trade longer and sell your position in pieces as the stock works in your favor. For those of you that are not members, I sincerely hope that you guys are taking notes. This is serious golden nuggets of education I'm dropping on you guys right now. Okay? So you should always know what are those profit targets before you enter a trade. That's that. Tiering into a position. So something called tier 1. When you enter tier 1, okay, if I say to somebody, guys, I'm going to enter tier 1 on this particular trade. Tier 1 means I'm going to enter about 25% of my desired position size. So if your risk tolerance is, let's say your risk tolerance on a trade, remember we went over risk tolerance before with proper position sizing, right? Let's say your risk tolerance is, let's use that 200 example, right? So the 200 example, if your risk tolerance is 200, then that means your tier 1 position should only be risking $50. If your full position size, let's say, for example, would be 1,000 shares, tier 1 would mean you're only going to enter 250 shares. That's tier 1. What is the purpose of doing this? So you could literally dip your toe in the water and see if you're right. You think a stock's going to do something, you're not quite sure. Let's test the waters. If we're wrong, who cares? It's a loss this big. You're losing 25% of your risk tolerance. It's basically a non-event. Then, if something happens that confirms the reason why you got into tier 1, whatever you thought was going to happen, it's coming to fruition. You are actually now proven correct. The probability of you being right has increased. Then you add to your full size position. That's tier 1. Okay? Folks, getting this part of trading down can really, really, really help you. And it all goes back to successful traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much they're going to make if they're right. You need to change your mindset now. If every time you get into a trade, the first thing you think about is, if the stock goes here, how much money am I going to make? Ooh, wow. But if I buy this much, how much then can I make? Ooh. If that's what you think about, you're doomed. You're doomed. You're never going to have solid risk management. You're always going to be overly position sized. Your losses will always be bigger than your wins. And you're never going to be consistently profitable that way. What I'm teaching you right now has nothing to do with being right or wrong. I'm not teaching you about being right or wrong on a particular trade setup right now. I'm not teaching you technical indicators. I'm not teaching you volume. I'm not teaching you chart patterns. I'm teaching you the most important aspect of trading that nobody talks about. Welcome, Umesh. Umesh, welcome to the family. 10 laptops now remain. 10 laptops now remain. Okay. And you have to ask yourself, why does nobody else talk about this? Because it's not sexy. Because it doesn't sell memberships. Trying to tell somebody that this is what you need to do when you lose money. Nobody wants to talk about the losing part of trading. Well, guess what? Losing is part of trading. So you need, absolute must know how to lose properly. Yes, I said that correctly. You need to learn how to lose properly. There is no way around losing. You are going to have losing trades. You are going to have losing days. You cannot let every single trade you are wrong on crush you. You can't. You have to learn how to lose properly. But nobody else talks about that. But that's the shit that matters. That's what's going to have you become profitable one month or be red. It's that stuff that will make you be consistent over time or be a flash in the pan. Make a bunch of money and then lose it all the very next month. Okay? That's the stuff. But no, other programs, other groups, other services, they come on and they say, sign up, make all this money. You can have, look at this pile of cash that I made. I made 20 grand in 1 hour. Follow me. You can make 20 grand in 1 hour. That's all you see. And what? People, they take the easy way out. They go, oh, I want to learn how to make 20 grand in 1 hour. Okay. Give it a shot. Tell me how it goes.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I just wanted to share something with you real quick. Kind of what you were saying, right? So for those that don't know, I played hockey for many years, right? Well, Ari is like super interested in hockey, right? And I was teaching him how to
that's
skate.
awesome. I didn't know that.
I was teaching him how to skate. And you know the first thing I did?
You taught him how to fall.
I put all his little pads on. And I taught him how to fall, and I taught him the right way to get back up. And that's all we did. I didn't even put a stick in his hand.
Yep.
You know, I said, this is how you're going to, I said, it's okay. This is how you fall. This is how you're going to pull yourself back up.
Yep.
And that's all we did for like 45 minutes. But you know what? The 4-year-old knows how to skate around the driveway now, and he's not scared. And it's just crazy how that all kind of, I don't know. I was just thinking about that.
No, it's exact same concept. It's the exact same concept. It's like snowboarding too. Everybody, when they fall snowboarding, what's the first thing they do? They put their arm behind them. That's how you break your wrist.
Yep. Mike, can you tell me where that's from?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. It's from Batman. It's from Batman.
Okay. I'm sorry. I see it now.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go.
The Bruce part. I see it now. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah, folks, that's it. That's kind of concludes my rant and my lessons here today. So, I mean, you guys, some lessons on risk management and position sizing, some lessons on tier trading. I spoke about the Fed earlier on the live stream. If you guys are just joining us or you're just tuning in, just go back and rewind the live stream. I told you guys my thoughts on the Fed today and what that means now going forward. But today I really wanted to focus on this part, on this part of trading, and just kind of get real with you guys for a second, because there's so much nonsense out there. And it's frustrating. It is, but we genuinely give a shit whether you succeed or fail. I know I cursed a couple of times on this live stream. I try not to curse on here. I know a lot of people watch these live streams with their kids next to them. They're getting dumb at work, and I apologize if your kids are next to you. But I just, today is just, I'm passionate about this stuff. I get emotional about this stuff. I want you to succeed. I don't want people to get involved in the markets and just piss hard-earned money away, that especially during a time like we're in right now, that people just can't afford to just piss away. But they do it. They just take that money. You might as well go to Vegas and go ahead, put your money on red or black. If that's what you're going to do, just go put your money on red or black. This is not gambling. This is a skill. And if you're not going to do the work to actually excel at that skill, then I'm sorry that I cannot help you. Nobody can help you. Okay? Nobody. You can have a direct line to Warren Buffett himself. You can have a direct line to Bill Ackman and Carl Icahn. Okay, they will not help you become successful if you're not actually going to absorb the information, the education that's provided. You're not going to learn how to do this the proper way. It's the truth. Jim Cramer makes money. You know how many people talk shit about Jim Cramer? Jim Cramer makes money. So why is it that everybody talks shit about Jim Cramer? They're like, oh, his stock picks are the worst. Well, Jim Cramer makes money. But Jim Cramer doesn't give you guys actual education. He gives you stock picks. Maybe that's why you're not doing well. Not because Jim Cramer's an idiot. The guy's not an idiot. He's not. As much as people hate on him, the guy's not an idiot at all. So that's that. Let me show you guys the actual TeachD platform. Okay, let me show you the platform, the tools, the resources that you get access to. Because like I said, this is an actual platform. So let me actually show you guys the things that you get. Remember, there's no upsells with True Trading Group to get the tools and resources. They're all included when you guys pay the $12.13. Okay, so you're going to get our daily chat room, of course, which you're going to get our daily chat room, of course, which is every single day you're going to be able to see the screen share that the moderators and I put up on a daily basis. We're going to load that up real quick in a second. Just having looks like we're having a little technical issue. Do we have a code word for tonight, Adam? Yes, we do. Stand by, folks. All right, looks like we're getting ready for we're getting ready to load up the platform here. It's taking a minute. Nice. Way to go, Grant. Grant Reed says, I've now earned 3 times my membership fee in 3 weeks. Thanks for the courses and you and the mods. Awesome. The code word for tonight is docking. You serious, Adam? Okay. Code word tonight is docking. This is, if you're not a member, don't worry about this. This is for members. We do a lot of fun giveaways. We do a lot of fun giveaways with members where we give away cash, we give away electronics. And this is the code word for that giveaway. So if you're not a member, don't worry about it. I don't know why Adam just chose that word as the code word. You guys have to take that up with Adam if you guys have an issue with it. So here's the platform. Okay. Here's the chat room. Okay. So you're going to be able to get access to our chat room. The mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're talking you guys through our trade analysis. You're going to get all of our trade alerts. We're a community of mods that supports a collective win rate just under 80%. We're fully transparent. There's a journal on our website. It tracks every buy and sell that our moderators make, so you can follow along and see for yourself how you'd be doing if you were following our mods. You get 2 small private study groups as well. Your chance to get individual attention from one of the mods. You get our Benzinga Pro newsfeed, live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat. That gives you news as soon as it crosses the wire. No more relying on delayed news like Yahoo Finance. You also get TradingView's premium charting software. It's one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. You get the Trade Ideas scanner, which is the industry standard scanner. Okay, it is going to make sure you're always focused on the hottest stocks during the day. Everybody welcome Uttar. Everybody welcome Uttar. 9 laptops left, folks. Remember, 9 laptops, ttgoffer.com. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, you're getting one of the 9. You're also going to be able to use our simulator. You're going to practice implementing what you've learned in the courses. Trade on the simulator with fake money, but with real-time data. You also have access to our own proprietary scanner. Has the same functionality as FinViz Elite, but also lets you scan for crypto. You also get access to dark pool data and unusual options activity. Stuff that used to only be available to professionals, now to the fingertips of the TTG family. You get a trading performance journal that will track all of your trading and give you stats and data on your trading so you can figure out what you're doing wrong so we know what adjustments we need to make. Then you're going to get our stock social sentiment scanner. This scours through stock tweets, Reddit, and Twitter and tells you what stocks are being mentioned the most on social media so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Then we have our daily watch list and game plan where every day you will know what stocks the mods have their eyes on and how they plan on trading them. Then you get all of our courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner and foundation courses. There's advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. They are all there for you. There are no upsells for courses. There's no pro VIP courses that cost more money. You pay $12, $13. You get access to every single course that we have. Then there's also a video library that has over 200 hours of additional video content. These are workshops and webinars like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to trade during a market crash, just to name a few. And then you can attend all these workshops live when you become a full-time member. Guys, listen up. Isn't it time you invested in something real? Seriously, something that's got the ability to help you reach your goals. I can't promise you the world. I can't promise you you're going to become a millionaire. I really can't. But I can promise you a real chance at success as long as you put in some effort. I can promise you that I'll give you double your money back if you fail to make the membership fee back over a year. I can promise you that we actually care about your success, and I can promise you that the day you join True Trading Group is the day that our relationship begins. The ball's in your court. Just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. 9 laptops left. Everything I'm telling you, it's on the website in black and white, no small fine print. You guys can see for yourself. Everything I'm telling you, you get access to. If you're still unsure that True Trading Group is right for you, you can simply go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3.com. Join our 1-week trial. Hang out with us for a full week. It's $3. There's no automatic upgrade. There's no recurring payment. It's a one-time payment of $3. Try us out for a week. See if TTG is right for you. Otherwise, go to ttgoffer.com right now. Use that coupon code and get that discount before the price goes up at midnight tonight. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. I hope this live stream meant something to you. I hope you learned something. I hope it flips the switch or turns on the light bulb, whatever. But I hope it was meaningful. I hope you appreciated this. Me getting real with you for a moment. I think it was necessary. Not enough people do it. More should. We do. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow.